Hi people, this is Randy. I want to show you something. This is my mother and Stanley when they were little kids. This was Stanley when he was a young man going to high school. You notice he kind of looks like my grandfather Joseph, which I'll show later on in the video. This is my mother and late Uncle Stanley when he came to the house. You notice his socks are very dirty. He doesn't take a bath very often either. This is my Uncle Stanley and late Aunt Genevieve. She's a full-blooded Chippewa that she came from the Turtle Mountain Reservation out by Rolette, North Dakota. Yeah, they later on got married. I think she had like 2 kids through another relationship, but that's okay. Stanley accepted him. This is Stanley at 50 years old when he died of cancer with my mother. This is my late uncle Louis Buck Peltier and his wife Alma. Yeah, they were together. I don't know if they were happy or not. Didn't seem like it. Alma was complaining to my mother about him constantly. I don't know what their deal was, but they seemed nice when we came over anyway. Of course, Alma, when she was mad at me, she just swore up and down by the language she used. It'd be shocking. Here's me when I was like 29 years old when I was with Buck and Alma. Yeah, you notice I looked much younger back then than I do now, and it was my late Uncle Louis and late Aunt Alma. This is my mother. When she was feeling better, she always had her Kodak camera with, taking many, many pictures, most of them bad. This is my late mother, and she had Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, you could tell she wished she had her mind back. This is my late grandfather Joseph with my mother Shirley and my Uncle Stanley. You know, well, of course, they're all deceased. My grandfather, Joseph Peltier, it claims that he died between 1937 and 1940. Let's assume he died in 1937. My late Uncle Stanley would be a baby, my mother would be 2 years old. And as you saw in the picture, you know, my grandfather was about 40-some years old, I'm sure. Stanley was like 3 years old, and my mother is like 5. Or Stanley could have been 4, my mother could have been 6. Yeah, that's just a bunch of crap. This is Blanche Nattrass and my mother, and she was a baby. They were bird watching in Nansen, North Dakota. She must have been like, I'd say, 4 months old, I'd say. So be about August or September of 1935. Yeah, that's my grandmother. This is my mother, Shirley, when she was walking. This was like in Nansen, North Dakota. It has to be. See, that house, it looks about the same. This is my grandfather, Joseph Peltier. You could tell he looks like me. I will show you and I will prove it. This is my late grandmother, Blanche Evelyn Nattrass, and she died December 18th, 1938 in St. Haven. It's out by Dunseith, North Dakota. You know, it's a different town than Rolette. And the family members, they should be right about this one. This is Joseph Louis Peltier. Yeah, he died in 1947, that's about right. There's one thing I will say to family members, which I'm sure you're not going to watch this video, and you know what, I can care less. I still have the photographs I saved. A lot of the family history was thrown away when I moved. Okay, so it's gone. I know most of my family doesn't care. But you know what? There's a time when I may give those photographs to somebody else. I know who a lot of those people are in the photographs. If you don't care, then fine. Say so. Oh, and grandfather Thomas, by the way, grandmother Randina was born in Brandon, South Dakota. I have the pamphlet that says she was, the religious pamphlet. And Thomas, I think he grew up around Hallingdal, Norway. His relatives kept talking to my father before he died. But like I said, my family, nobody's going to watch this video. They're not going to care. Most of my family members, you know, they don't care about family history. That's fine. That's fine. But like I say, I'm going to give those photographs to somebody else in time. I'll find somebody. I will. If it wasn't for me, a lot of that family history would have been destroyed with it. Most of my family members don't care. Family history doesn't matter to them. And I'm sure many of my family members, they don't think I matter to them. Which is okay too. Which is fine. What really matters, we're alive and safe. And that's the most important thing. But wherever you are, a family member, photographs or not, and I doubt you're going to watch the video, and I doubt you care. So, this is Randy. See you.